The whole goal was to get, kids to pressure their moms or whoever, or them to get all the money that they earned to go out and spend that $100 on a fucking pair of shoes. Like I said, and it worked. But don't all you motherfucking Google heads wish the shoes were still $100 now? Yeah, right. And I just told you about how the promo and ads and shit used to go in the 90s. Now think about it. Today, when is the last time you saw a fucking Jordan commercial? Or even more, any major commercials from Nike. But at the same time, LeBron James is supposed to be the Michael Jordan of this era, right? Have you ever seen a fucking LeBron James shoe commercial? Or for when the new LeBrons are coming out? Fuck no. There are none. There are no commercials. You know why? Because they're still trying to reach the same demographic and the market that they was reaching in the 90s. Like they did me when I was a youngin'. They're doing the same thing now. But what did I say earlier? This demographic is what? The Google era. How do you reach the Google head? Not by TV commercials. By giving them something to Google. So that's why they give the shoes to the people they idolize. I.e. Jay-Z, Kanye, Wale, whoever the fuck you idolize. That's who they do their marketing with now. They give these people the shoes 5 months in advance, and the Google heads see this. They Google them. Oh shit, look what he's wearing. Now you gotta have it. Now you gotta buy it. But at the same time, they doing all this without making commercials. They're saving millions upon hundreds of millions of dollars with free advertisement. They are getting money hand over fist. All for you, all for me.
Man, the ones are a really tight shoe. At first, people weren't really up on them too crazy. But I feel like Kanye wearing them and just the popularity of them, prices have skyrocketed.
But as long as they keep using these same tactics that they've been doing, since the 90s, then the early 2000s, it ain't never gonna go nowhere. Especially they keep reissuing retros. It's never gonna stop. It's only gonna get worse. Because think about it. All their best-selling shoes are not shoes that's issued in 2013. Their best-selling shoes are shoes from the 90s. From my era. From the throwback. Retros. Since we talking retros, let me go ahead and break this shit down for you too so you can understand how all this shit started. Alright. Back in the day when Jordans used to release, they would always come out around All-Star Weekend or whatever, just around that time. So all the way up until then, when you go to Foot Locker, Champs, whatever the store you participate, the Jordans would just be in there in like a glass case or whatever on display. So you would just go and be like, oh shit, look at the new Jordans. I got to have them. But when they actually did release, it wasn't like today. You know what I mean? The shoes will always be there. They would, restock. But then afterwards, when the new release would come the next year, shoes would go on sale. They would be in outlets and shit on sale. That selling out shit, it didn't exist. I've been on this shit. Stay off my nuts. Then, of course, in '93, when Michael Jordan won his 3rd championship, he retired. You know what I mean? So when he retired, that's when they first retroed some damn Jordans. That was the start of the monster. So in '94, they reissued the 1s, the 2s, and the 3s. Here's some footage. Here's Skip to My Lou wearing cement 3s in and 1 mixtape at the Rucker in '94. How many of y'all motherfuckers used to geek off that and 1 shit? I know, right? No one knew that Michael Jordan was going to come out of retirement, in a couple months or whatever and still play next season. So they reissued those shoes. At the same time, Nike found out when they retroed these 1s, the 2s, and 3s, they sold better than they did the first time when they released. That's when they knew that Michael Jordan, their cash cow, had really come home, because they knew after this motherfucker retired, these dumbasses still gonna be buying these shoes. That's when the problem started. So whatever, then Mike comes back out of retirement again. He wins 3 more fucking championships. You know, everybody knows that, whatever. So he retires again, you know, but the demand is all still up because it's Jordan. He done won 3 fucking championships, greatest fucking player ever. All right, so 99 comes. This is when they first started retroing shit again. You know, and that's when they had the classic box. You know, I got some of those, it's all good. But whatever. This is when they reissued the 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, and ultimately later dropping, you know, the 11s. So it was still the same thing. If you would go get retros, you would get them. You know, it still wasn't any standing lines, no selling out. You showed up to get the shoe on the release date or the next day or whatever, you would still have the shoe. You know, and it was gravy. But then at the same time, this is when, you know, they first issued alternate colorways, you know, to the original shoes. So it was retros and then they got new colors. So it was cool. It was Jordans and they was reborn. But it still wasn't on that crazy shit like it is today yet. You know what I mean? Until one fucking shoe. One release that fucked the whole game up. This motherfucker right here. Cool Gray Jordans. Cool Gray Jordan was the first of the, not just the retro, the first Jordan to release to have standing lines. The hype for it got up so much, people waiting, and it sold out instantly. It was the first shoe to sell out instantly like that. Like you didn't fucking get it. You know what I mean? I remember waking up, you know, hitting up my cousin and my boy like, yo, what's up? We finna go get these motherfucking shoes. Let's do it. Gets to the spot, people standing outside and shit like, oh shit. And they like, the shoes gone. And so we like, oh shit, let's rush to the next store. And it just kept happening and they were gone. You know what I mean? And I was pretty pissed off that I didn't fucking get that shoe when it released. Nike knew then that the demand was up. You know what I mean? And people were going to get these damn shoes by any means necessary. This is what they would do. See, the demand is high, but you make a limited release so the shoe is more desirable. The shoe is more rare, more exclusive. Instead of them just releasing more pair, they would just release a whole nother shoe next week or the week after. Just keep constantly releasing shoes to supply the demand. It's the same shit and it hasn't changed. The demand is just higher because it done multiplied 10 times over. But then Nike's just sitting back with their feet up, laughing at you, me, and whoever, all these Google heads, sneakerheads, everybody with their feet. But then now it's even worse because the shoes that are coming out now are shit. You know what I mean? Compared to, you know, the original shoe and even older retros. Nike has cut back in the cost. Nike knows that these motherfuckers are going to buy the shoes regardless of what they're made out of or whatever it is. So they have cut back in the cost of making a quality shoe and raised the fucking price up. So they're spending less to make the shoe, but they charging you more to pay for the motherfucker. So they are getting stupid cake. You know what I mean? And I'll show now. You think I'm lying? The shoes today aren't even made with real leather anymore. It's like a fucking plastic vinyl leather substitute. And I'll show you. You think I'm okay? All right, this is a fire red from 06. I wanted to show this one, even though I got a crispy pair. But this particular shoe, as you can see, it's all cracked the fuck up. The original shoes, or even the throwbacks from like 2000, they wouldn't have this cracking here because it was all molding. The whole shoe and the color was molded into the shoe. It wouldn't crack. This is just new molding, and they done spray painted, you know, and colored the shit. This is paint on top of the molding. That's why it's bullshit. This leather, it doesn't have any pores. You got the fake tumble leather here, but this leather doesn't have any pores. The best leather on the shoe is probably right here. This little itty bitty piece. So when they say, oh, the shoe has a leather upper, this is the only part that it has the leather. The rest of it is bullshit. That's good leather. But this, and then the ones that are out newer are worse than this. This is from 06. So the newer one's a 13 retro is worse shape than this motherfucker. Keep releasing shoes because the hype, all of the hype beasts and all of the hype that you give shoes, like the grapes. Just for an example, the grapes, if you're a sneakerhead and you used to have a pair of grapes before this last issue, they were a significant pair of shoes. You showed up with some grapes on, cats see you like, okay, that motherfucker got some grapes, he doing something. Now it don't mean shit. Everybody has a pair of grapes because they just released them. They're nothing no more. It would, look at this shit. It's nothing. It's a piece of shit. Then other shoes that are special to me, you know what I mean? They are finna be reissued, so they're finna be shit. Like these motherfuckers right here. Carmine's finna come back out. This is probably one of my favorite pair. I have, you know, another pair of these, and I'm probably going to get another pair when they drop or not, because I'm trying to retire from this shit, but I can't help it. Everybody and their mama gonna be walking around with these on. A 6-year-old will have a pair of Carmines on pretty soon because they're about to release. Enjoy. They know that. Why do you think they keep doing it? Because y'all have hyped them up, and they know what's gonna happen. It's not gonna be special no more. When they redrop these, they're not going to be special no more. The hairs are just going to be another fucking shoe. Vicious cycle. This sneakerhead shit, man, and the demand and hype beast and Google heads in the Google era and just the whole social aspect of it has gotten it to the point where if people don't have Jordans or these shoes, they feel inadequate. And people in school, if they don't have shoes, then you consider a lame. And nobody wants to be lame. Everybody wants to be accepted, you know? So that's putting parents and everybody else in bad situations and predicaments and going through crazy lengths just to get some fucking shoes. I mean, kids literally, you know, kids got parents waiting in line and shit just to get Jordans. Then you got people spending all their money of $300 on shoes, but you don't own a car. That's fucking stupid. People spending all their money on Jordans and shit, but you ain't paid your rent yet, just so you can say, oh, I got J's. You finna get evicted over some damn shoes. All this standing in line shit, people getting locked up, fighting in line, breaking into stores and shit just to get some fucking shoes? It's really gotten that bad. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers spending all their money on shoes. You a sneakerhead, you a shoe collector, but you living at home with your moms. That's ass backwards. This shit is asinine. And it's really fucking crazy where it's gotten to the point where sneakerheads and this whole sneaker movement is really fucking the community up. And a person like myself who, like I said, was born into this, that shit is hurting me on the inside. But what the fuck are we gonna do? These are the situations that Nike, you know, and social media and everything and the pressure that it's putting on people to put them in situations to do this shit. They feel like they gotta go through these lengths, break laws, or do other dumb shit just to have these fucking shoes. Being a sneakerhead is fucking up the community. And it's fucked up to say it, man. And I don't see it getting better anytime soon. It's only gonna get worse. It's fucked up. What up, what up, what up? This your boy, the Angry Sneakerhead. Shout out to all my shoe collectors out there. Make sure you subscribe and follow. We got new videos coming every week. So make sure you subscribe below. Click and make sure you watch all the other videos that I got. Make sure you show your support. Leave your comments below. Let me know if you're feeling what I'm doing, or if you agree with what I'm saying, or if you disagree with what I'm saying. Leave your comments below. If it's something else that you want me to touch on, let me know and I'll get it in the next video. If it's another shoe or another issue or something else you want me to talk about, let me know and I'll hit that too. The Angry Sneakerhead, man. We're going to keep this thing rolling. 100.